Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Today we're going to go back in time to the Truck Series era where one guy would win like 27 races in a 24 race season. His name was Kyle Busch, and this is the Dollar General truck from 2013. Let's go and hop to it. Alrighty folks, we're off the good old base, and let's dive into today's Diecast review. This paint scheme to me is so nostalgic. I mean, it's Speed Channel, it's, well, the early days of FS1. You're enjoying a good triple header of NASCAR racing, Chicago, New Hampshire, Dover, whatever the biff it is. And then there's Kyle Busch. And this guy just goes out there and just obliterates the field. That was an era of NASCAR racing. The new fan, the brand new fan who started watching maybe in the 20s, you know, the era of the 20s. They'll never understand the Kyle Busch whacking days. Oh boy, it was a lot of fun. Sarcasm, maybe. Anyways, let's dive into today's Diecast review. Of course, the video is brought to you by good friends at Circle B Diecast. Make sure you use promo code Diecastbuffet over there, and you can save on shipping. Looking at the front of this truck, my favorite thing about the Dollar General era of NASCAR is their bright yellow paint jobs. And let me tell you, finding just a halfway accurate yellow paint to the Dollar General yellow is nearly impossible. For whatever reason, they just don't make it. Like, that color is, I don't know why, they just don't make it. You know, he's got Camper World right there on the front windscreen. Got Dollar General, Clorox, Tundra. I love those old school Tundra front ends. Now, I know the truck does look a little bit, I don't know if to say wacky or wonky, but this is a different truck mold. It's a flat nose. If you go back to 2013, the trucks were more sloped. They were more or less kind of like a Gen 4 version where they had a sloped nose. They didn't start running like the square body rigid trucks, I think, until 2014 or 2015. So even though it does look a little bit funky in the front end, this is the best you're going to get with a diecast mold. So you got Toyota right there, got a buttload of contingencies, Moog, Mail, Cop, Edelbrock, Sunoco. Love this paint scheme. So he ran it multiple times in 2013, and I think he ran it in 14 as well. And what was interesting about it is every time he would run it, there was a different set of sponsors. It was kind of like the Kyle Larson Target days, where one week he would have like Axe on the side of the car, then it would be whatever, Kleenex or some BS. That's the same concept for the Dollar General sponsorship. I love the absolute like sticker bomb sponsor paint schemes where there are just like 1,000 like, you know, small sponsors around the car. The JTG Doherty days, they still do that somewhat nowadays, but I'm talking about like just the whole side panel looks different every week because there's so many different sponsors. I love that. It's just really cool. So you got Dollar General there. Got, I mean, just look at all these awesome brands: SiriusXM, Tums, Eckrich, whatever the biff that is. Is that Under Armour? I don't even fudging know. Got the old school Camper World Truck Series logo, Keystone Light. I think it's Keystone Light. O'Reilly, Autometer, K&N, NASCAR Race Truck. Just so many cool sponsors. What an awesome looking diecast. And this is one of my favorite features of the Matt Kenseth Dollar General era, is the pattern they had on the side where they had the little DG logo. It was so cool. I loved it. I loved it. I wish they were still in the sport. And it wouldn't be a Kyle Busch diecast, but at least, you know, without some M&Ms. He actually ran an M&M's truck, I think, in 2010 or 2011. I would love to make a diecast of that. Love bright colors, and the M&M's cars are always that way. Love this truck, man. So you go to the right side again. A whole bunch of random sponsors, which is always cool. I believe this paint scheme is actually based off the Chicagoland version from 2013. As, again, he ran so many truck races back then. Love the Frosted Flakes joint. Like when Kyle Larson was sponsored by Target, and when I would see Axe on the side of his car, I was like, oh, that's so freaking cool, right? Or like when Ricky Stenhouse Jr., they're sponsored by Kroger. Well, you'll see Cheerios, you'll see freaking Frosted Flakes. It's like AJ Allmendinger with Food City, where every time they go to the Bristol Spring Race, they got something cool. Now they got Mountain Dew, they got Cheetos. I mean, I love seeing like big name sponsor and brands that are consumer based on race cars. There's just something really cool about that, like Bounty paper towels, Hanes, just awesome. Now, one modification that needed to be made to this truck is that if you're familiar, back in those years, they did not have a rear window banner for the trucks. I think that actually came about 2015. So anyways, the donor truck for this actually had the rear window banner. So I had to remove that to get the maximum authenticity. I don't want to be that guy, but a lot of people probably would have just marked out the name in the back with a Sharpie and called it a day. But I wanted to give this truck the most authenticity possible. So I had that removed, and you can see no blemishes, very clear. Looks just like it was, actually made. At least the plastic part. I might have screwed up on everything else, though. Anyways, got the 51 on the roof. And you also got Tundra on the spoiler. I tell you what, man, these truck diecasts are so freaking cool. There's like 6 million different paint schemes that never got made in the 164 era between like 2007 and like 2018. I mean, just go back and look. The Ron Hornaday paint schemes. Heck, Michael Waltrip's 2011 Daytona paint scheme. The thousands of Cup Leach paint schemes. I mean, there is so many great looking truck diecasts that you can make in the 164 scale that never got made. I mean, how cool would it be to have like the entire 2010 truck season, all the raced wins for it? Like, how cool would that be? Every single one of them, like a collector set. That would be so freaking cool. Thank y'all for watching, guys. Have a blessed one. Diecast Buffet, signing off.